Now, I have in my hot little hands, you guys can't see it, I do have an EP called Vincent, if you can hear the plastic. You guys have just released this a little while ago. Where was that? You guys dropped that at the Evelyn, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We released our EP Collider at the Evelyn back in early May, and we had our sound guy now do the sound, and it was an amazing show. We packed the place out.
Awesome, awesome. And how's the response been with the fans so far with the EP being out?
I think so far it's been fairly positive. We were trying to decide which one would be like the lead single, but we ended up not really going with one. And so far, with the feedback, there hasn't really been one or two that stood out. It's been fairly dispersed, so I suppose that's a good thing.
I guess it's hard these days as well, having just one single, because people don't really care about what you release. They just go to, if they like your band, they're going to go listen to everything on your page. It's not so much that they have to wait for something to be released. So have you noticed that you kind of people are they are going to your page and listening to all the tracks, or is it more that, one that's kind of stood out?
Not really sure. I think maybe Atlas, because it's the first one on there. But no, but like I said, this is our first thing we've ever released, so we're still sort of, getting our stuff out there. So yeah, it's a little bit new to us, to be honest.
It is your debut. Yeah. Now, what have you guys been up to before this? Is this the first time that you guys have actually worked in a band, or...?
We've been together for a while. We just sort of, mucked around and played covers in school, and then just not too long ago decided, hey, let's take this a little bit more seriously, and here we are.
So covers, there's always come some cringe-worthy songs. Let's hear it, guys, because you guys all look like quite smart dress fellas, but what's your favourite covers to knock out back in high school?
Back in high school, we covered Lost Prophets. Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja, I think that was one of the classics. We also did a ton of Muse songs, and I think that's pretty much how we got started. We all had a
Foo Fighters
common,
as well.
Yeah, we did Foo Fighters as well. That's probably a bit cringeworthy. Considering what we sound like now. I mean, I love the Foo Fighters. You guys know that. But yeah, we all had that common ground with Muse, and then I think that's where we started off from, and then we built up and created our own sound out of that.
So that's it, I think, as well. For all you kids, I guess all those that are listening and are starting out as a band, I guess that's where a lot of bands do get their roots from, and I guess that's why I kind of want to bring up some of your songs that used to play as covers, because that's how most musicians do get their start. And you guys have all kind of been playing together since high school, which is great, and just kind of stick at it, I guess, if you do want to be in a band. You will play the Evelyn one day, and you will be doing original music. Now, I have noticed with all the tracks on the album, you've got the first two tracks starting with A, and then you've got LL, and then TC. Was that planned out?
It's subliminal.
That's what. Is there some code happening here?
No, there's no actual code, but the track names they're all named after detectors in this particle accelerator in Switzerland called the Large Hadron Collider. That's dead serious. Yeah.
So do you want to tell us a bit about that? We were talking a bit off air.
Who's the smartest one?
I was drawing the blank face, and just for all of you, I'm sure you all know at home, I'm only music. This is all that I really know. If you ask me anything about anything else, even about food, I only eat where they play music. I'm a bit of a music geek. So can you guys explain it to me and all the listeners at home?
Basically, near Geneva in Switzerland, there's a giant particle accelerator that shoots particles close to the speed of light. And the difference with this one is that it collides them into each other at full speed. And what they're trying to do is recreate the Big Bang and discover what creates mass in the world.
That's it.
And so that kind of excites us because we're all nerds. And so we decided to base the CD on it as a theme. And yeah, some of us are into it, some of us just tag along and smile politely.
Yeah, so each of the 6 tracks, they're named after a detector, and each detector has a different function within the collider. So they all measure different things, other things happening before the collisions or after or during, and all very, very exciting stuff. But we tried to sort of relate that to things that we've experienced in our life and what our lyrics are about as well, just to give it a bit more than just hey, there's a bunch of songs whacked together.
Yeah, no, awesome. And I guess as well it explains the artwork or if all of you who are you're sitting at home not really doing anything on your computer trying to study or write up some assessments. Just go and have a bit of a Google, and I'm sure you guys can find the artwork there. But the boys have been generous enough to actually bring in some spares for some listeners too.
Oh yeah, if anyone wants to text in
0427 767 767. I'll drop that one in.
Thank you. What question can we do, guys? The one that I had?
Oh, just
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything
Okay.
you wish.
If someone can text, or I think just text, is that
Yeah,
right? Just text in and say what the function of the Higgs boson is, then they'll receive a free CD.
That's it. So all you, I'm not saying geeks, but you guys have already said it.
We're
No,
huge
no,
geeks.
we would call the people that actually study physics scientists or
Heroes.
boffins. Yes. They're just tryhards.
All of you that aren't tryhards, if you do want a copy. But how about we just play some of the music? That way you guys will have a listen. And because we have heard a bit about the history as well, I'm itching to have a listen to the track. Now we do have Alice. This is Vincent with their song. Let's not call it a single. Let's just call it a song.
Yeah.
Alice, this is from the Collider EP. I will be having a bit of a chat to the boys later on. Just after this track, you're listening to The Hoist with Cassie.